Hey guys, it's Coach Shantai. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. I did a special post for Black fathers because Black fathers get overlooked so much. And so I really wanted to show love to the Black fathers today. But happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Wanted to share something with you about my personal life and my father. My father was in my life when I was younger, but it wasn't kind of an active thing. My mom worked. He was but he was spoiled because my grandparents and my great grandparents had money. And so they took care of him and kind of babied him. And he really didn't have to apply himself and, go to college, go to the military, work, anything. They didn't expect of him to do anything. And with a man, you have to expect something and be strategic and ask for what you want from them so that you can get what you need from them. That's just in my personal life what I've come to find out. I've been married, I've been in several relationships, and I'm raising 2 boys. And I've also heard Judge Lynn Toller, who is my mentor in my head, say that as well on her show, that you have to be specific in what you want from them. And they were just not, my grandparents and my great grandparents just did not expect and require enough of my father. So I believe they might have, and he just might have kind of went his own way. But anyway, so he was there, but just because, and when I turned about 13, I moved to another city. My mom left him or whatnot, and they were married, but she left him because he was very abusive. He was a hoe out here in these streets. And so she left, which she should have. And for a long time, I resented my father because I saw again, my grandparents were pretty much, they had a good bit of money because they were professors and stuff. So, I would see him, he would be driving in BMWs, and his sister had a new Mustang when they first came out, a purple Mustang. She was in college. She came down from Connecticut to go to Johnson C. Smith, which is a HBCU I love HBCUs, y'all, but HBCU down in North Carolina. So I saw all of this stuff. I saw him living lavishly. And when my mom first left my dad, we just didn't have the best of the best. But we had a roof over our head, and we had a car, and my mother was working like crazy. And then I was able to start working at 15 to get some of those things, that, young girls need or think you need or want, clothes and nails and all that. So, but just those couple of years, I really resented him. And for a long time after that, I really resented him. But now we have a great relationship, and it's because I chose to allow my father to have a relationship with me. And I know that this could be a hard thing to do, but if your father is still around and is wanting to have a relationship with you, please do that. Because even now, I'm gonna cry, y'all. I'm sorry. Even now, I still feel like, his little girl, and we have so much fun together. He's super funny. He has a great sense of humor, and he just, my children, it's so cool to see my kids interact with him and have fun with him, and joke, because my youngest son, he's a jokester too. And excuse me, I'm sorry. And so it's just so cool to see that transaction. And if I wasn't open, then I would have missed that whole thing and allowing him to be a grandparent. Because oftentimes people who are bad parents, or not bad parents, but just didn't know how to be there and did the best they could. They, as they get older, they kind of figure it out. And you might be older, but you may have children, and then your children kind of like enjoys them. You know what I'm saying? Even my puppy goes insane when he's when he comes over. Like, she is in love with him, and because he feeds her a whole bunch of stuff that she's not supposed to have. But I just ask that you allow God to like fix your hurt, and not let your heart harden, but get to the place where you can at least have a conversation with your dad. Maybe he can tell you why he wasn't there, or if you just not open to hear that, you guys can start fresh. But I mean, it's so worth it. Like, even now, I still need to be parented, and I'm done at 40, and I still need to be parented in certain things because my parents have been parents of teenagers before. I haven't. And I have 3 teenagers, and so it's like I need my parents there. And then my dad just brings a sense of masculinity that's not in my home because I'm not married and I'm not dating right now. And when he comes over, it's just a sense of masculinity, a sense of safeness, the comic relief, of course. And then, he shares stuff about himself that I never knew. And it's just good to know those things and, know what their younger life was like, know what they were into, and maybe you can figure out why you're into some things. So I just urge you today, this Father's Day, to if your father wants to have a relationship with you and you have been kind of standoffish about it, I think that you should try to have that relationship with your father. If you're not there yet, I suggest counseling. Counseling has helped me tremendously. Life coaching can help as well. But if you have some deep trauma, counseling is the way you need to go. And, allow your father to be a father to you, whatever stage you're in, because it's needed. You may think you're a man and you're 35, but if your father is 50, then you haven't lived past 35 and he has. So there are some things that he can still impart into your life. And if you're a believer, the word says honor thy mother and thy father, which I have tried to do over and beyond. I've asked God to help me bless my parents beyond belief in this season and beyond, because as a child, I've said things and done things that may have not been the best, and may have hurt my parents' feelings and stuff like that. And so I try to bless them as much as possible. We go on outings, we go out to eat, to movies, we go to comedy shows, we go shopping together, because I want to bless them as much as I can, as often as I can. So today, Father's Day, please just write, start journaling, writing some things down. See if you're open to letting your father in your life. Start some counseling, maybe some life coaching to get you some goals to work towards in that process. And allow God to soften your heart towards your father and let him, back in your life. And to those women who, are apprehensive about letting your children see their father, I would say they need them, unless their father is super abusive. They do need their father, even if it's like, visitation is supervised. They do need to see their father and speak to their father, even if it's just ice cream every once a week, or the park once a week in your, in your car or whatnot. Make it available so that that child can see the other half of them, because at the end of the day, children do want to know where they came from. Ask me how I know. I'm Coach Shantai. Until the next time, peace.